Welcome to Do It Different Training. This is your host, Paul Fink, and this is the time that we're going to be talking about perseverance. This is an awesome training. You are going to want to take really good notes. You're going to want to pay really close attention and follow everything. Absolutely apply everything I'm talking about. It is so imperative to your future. Absolutely. Get ready. We're going to get started in just a moment. We've got people coming on right now. Looking forward to talking to all of you. We're going to get started in just a moment. Stay tuned. Welcome to Do It Different Training. This is your host, Paul Fink, the Maverick Millionaire, and we are going to be talking about perseverance, the very key to success. Now, does this sound familiar to you? You have been driving toward your dreams. You have been working hard to make them happen. You see your future clearly. You visualize your success every single day. And yet, still nothing happens. What is going on? At least nothing compared to what you visualized and planned. This whole success thing is taking longer than you ever thought it would take. This is incredible. Every day you're working hard, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and well, the target seems to be getting further and further away, not closer. This whole being an entrepreneur and creating your own company is way too much work. Does this all sound familiar? In fact, the daily grind is, it's simply wearing you out. You finally are convinced enough is enough. It's time to throw in the towel on this crazy dream and get a real job. Just like all the others around you have been saying all along. I remember those days. Enough pipe dreams already. Get a job. You have to get realistic. And you quit. You jump out of the entrepreneurial spin. You say, this is just crazy. This was a pipe dream. This was never meant to be. You go get a job and put it out of your mind. Force it out of your mind forever. Unfortunately, you committed the cardinal sin of unsuccessful entrepreneurs everywhere. You quit just a few days, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months before the finish line, before true success happens. Oftentimes, we are just literally feet away from our dream life, from everything we always wanted, and we don't even know it. You gave up too soon, way too soon. It's what I see over and over and over again with entrepreneurs. If only you had stayed in there just a few moments longer. The success you visualized, the dream life you wanted, everything that abundance that you were looking for, it would be yours. In his all-time classic book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill tells the story of R.U. Darby. Now, Darby's uncle lived during the gold rush, staked his claim, and started digging. His hard work and dedication, he did indeed find a vein of ore. Now, this was real important. He was doing well. He found the ore. He started digging. He pulled in his nephew, and Well, they did really well. They paid off all the debt, the startup costs of having the equipment and the time and effort, maybe some manpower, and they got into the job of digging and finding the gold, grabbing it out of the ground and marketing it. They got some really good money, but it all went to the startup costs. And just when they were turning things around, they were working on building up the profits, when the vein disappeared. That's right. So imagine you start a company, you go into debt to get the company started, and just when you're getting to the other side of that equation, when you're beginning to get in the black, there's no more sales to be had. Your product runs out. That's where they were at. That's where Darby was at and his nephew. They were all ready to make the money. And then the vein disappeared. No more gold. He kept digging and found nothing. He kept digging and found nothing. He kept digging and found nothing. Shortly thereafter, he said, enough's enough. I guess this dream wasn't for me. It's time to give up this pipe dream, give up this craziness. It was good while the going was good, only now it just isn't happening. I didn't make anything, however, I guess I didn't lose much, so let me just call it quits. And he did. Tired and frustrated, he sold the digging equipment that he had for a few $100s to a junk man that was local, and he went home. The end of the story. For most people in similar situations, that is where the story usually ends. You never know the rest of the story. You never know what's going on. For most people, they never get to know what could have happened if they had not quit. In this case, we do have a glimpse of the rest of the story. You see, the junk man decided to check things out. He decided not to just take it at face value, not to just say, well, look, he's got some really great digging equipment that he can go and market. Well, he hired a mining expert engineer. That's right. He brought in other resources. He brought in other experts to make sure that the opportunity that could have, would have, should have been in front of Darby was absolutely not available to this junk man. He hired a mining expert engineer. The engineer calculated the vein continued, that's right, just 3 feet from where Darby's uncle stopped. Oh my gosh. The engineer calculated the vein continued just 3 feet away. The junk man got busy, ended up making millions of dollars from his find. Millions of dollars because he brought in a resource, brought in an expert who guided him as to exactly where to dig, where the vein continued, and dug it up and made millions. Whenever you feel like giving up on your dream, remember that you may be just 3 feet from gold, 3 feet from your success, 3 feet from your dreams. So why do we give up? Why do we stop? Why do we stop consistently? And well, this story is nothing unusual. We stop consistently right before we're about to make it, right before true success happens. Why is this so common? First off, and I'll tell you from personal experience and from coaching thousands of people all around the world, we love to stay comfortable and secure. That's right. It's built into our DNA. It has helped us survive over the millennium. When we were cavemen, yes, it made sense. Stay safe, stay secure, live another day. Only in this day and age, we don't need that anymore. We can risk so much greater because we're not talking about life and limb. We're talking about, just trading a few greenbacks, if you will. It has helped us survive. However, it's unnecessary now. Unfortunately, there are zero, and that's right, zero self-made millionaires who have created their success by staying in their comfort zone. They have all had to go outside of their comfort zone to find that great success. Second, we let others affect our decisions. That's right. We let others affect our emotional state. And worse yet, we continue to hang out with the ones that affect it for the worst. Imagine that you know that there's an equation. As you engage with people, they help move you to your dream life or not. And you insist on hanging out with the people that are not moving you towards your dream life, that are absolutely holding you down. The naysayers in our mix. We insist. I find people seeking out naysayers to make sure that they stay in this mediocrity of life. Did you know, for instance, a goldfish only grows to the size of its surroundings? What I mean by that is, if you kept a goldfish in a tiny bowl, it'll stay small. If you take that same goldfish and you turn it loose in a pond, it'll grow larger and larger and continue to grow. Your circle of influence is the same. Your circle of friends is the same effect on you. If all your friends and coworkers tell you making $1 million is impossible, you will believe it. It will become part of your belief system, and you will live every day based on that. If, however, you're surrounded by friends and family that tell you that making $1 million is absolutely possible and you too can do it, you would believe that as well and act as if it was true and then create it in your life. You will only grow to your surroundings, just like the goldfish. Did you know you too are influenced by the company you keep, in other words? By your surroundings. When the people around you tell you you can't make it, when the people around you tell you give up on your dreams, they can cause you to give up way too soon, all too soon, because you'll be 3 feet from gold. Are you getting this message? Here's a quick list of more reasons and some of the other reasons I've heard that people live a life less than and give up on their dreams. Lack of relentlessness. They just don't have the fortitude to keep moving forward and to stick to it like a bulldog. Lack of discipline, habits, and formation of habits every single day to create the magnitude of results that they're looking for. Ineffective time management, where they're pulled from one thing to another and never quite making it happen because they run out of time, prioritization of it. How about lack of belief that they can succeed? The simple belief system inside of them is faulty. Lack of a role model, someone to follow, someone who's already tread the path before them. Shiny ball syndrome, they're all over the place. Lack of family support and lack of hanging out with the right people. Sometimes that's all the same. Finding that core of people around you that are like-minded, that are looking to strive to another level. Hanging out with the people that have already achieved that other level, that you can follow in their footsteps, that you can be hanging out with and glean what it's going to take to make it to that level. All of this are pieces of the pie. Every single one of these I help people and train them on how to get past these components and how to get clear with how to make sure that they bring the powerhouse into their life to create the dreams that they want. How about this one? Lack of a positive environment and lack of resourcefulness. Most people believe that resources are limited rather than abundant. And how do you grab hold of those resources and bring it into your life in abundance to become more resourceful? Fear of failure and lack of focus in their life. Quite a list, I know, and all these components. All these components are things that I know you have experienced one way or the other. Some or all of this list may be what's holding you back. Some of the components that I train on and teach on every single day to help entrepreneurs, reach their dreams and create abundance in their life every day. Know this: every success is preceded by failure. You will be met with defeat. It's an absolute. It's a given. There is no self-made millionaire who hasn't faced the creation of defeat. However, when it does, when you're tempted to quit, and most people do, and since this is what most people do, it's easy to get support for this logic. Easy to have people surrounding you that say, yes, absolutely quit. There's no harm in that. There's no shame in that. Absolutely. Go ahead. Everybody in their right mind would do the same thing. You'll get support for this logic. However, you now know most success comes just beyond this moment in time, this moment in your life. When you are considering stopping, you may be possibly, just maybe possibly, just 3 feet from your goal. Never give up. Here's how to stay the course and persevere in whatever you want. We know now you must persevere. Keep moving forward. Create that life where you never stop. That relentlessness is within you every day. Always look for the silver lining. You want to make sure that this is within you, that you persevere through the hard times. Always look for the silver lining. Have that pure optimism in your life. Number 2, remember it is feedback, not failure. Don't beat yourself up. Look forward to this feedback. Love good feedback as much as success, and you will guide yourself on the fast track to success. Number 3, just breathe. Breathe. Take a moment. In other words, every so often, take a break. Smell the roses. Breathe in deep and relax. It re-energizes yourself. Step away for a moment and reward yourself with what life has to give you. Number 4 in this list of what to do to keep moving when the going gets tough is know you are right where you are meant to be. You're in the right place at the right time, no matter what. That these obstacles and these defeats, this feedback is the components that you needed to face to get to the other side, that you needed to move forward on. You know, all so often people look at walls as if they are the things that tell them, stop, don't go any further. I look at walls and I know that those walls are there just to see if I am confident and committed to my dreams to drive through that big obstacle and that wall. Don't beat yourself up. You are only competing with yourself, no one else. So here is the bottom line. when the world looks bleak, when you think you cannot do any more, when you are ready to give it all up, don't. Pat yourself on the back because you are inches from success. And it is time to keep on keeping on and simply persevere. Never, never, never give up. If you like this, you love this information, this is Paul Fink, the Maverick Millionaire, and I want you to join the Maverick membership. This is the rest of the story, if you will. You get our full library archived of all the Do It Different trainings, plus exclusive coaching and other trainings, all available to you when you join the Maverick membership. And this Maverick membership is for pennies every single month that you can get all of this and more. Just go to check it out. All the details are there at maverickmembership.com. Or simply just stay connected. Go to themaverickdifference.com, info@paulfink.com. Call me at 614-434-6254. Or like I said, go to themaverickmembership.com. You'll get a full detailed description of what I'm talking about. And from there, we can continue to stay connected, and you can continue to get this massive training every single day. This is Paul Fink. I want to thank you for joining me at Do It Different Training. I am the Maverick Millionaire. This is doitdifferenttraining.com. And, well, look forward to seeing you next time, everyone.